Despite the abysmal debate showing, there are still media outlets appearing to cover for Joe Biden. Look at this headline on The Guardian. It reads, Biden comes out swinging in his first speech after presidential debate with Trump. Are they serious, Brad? They can't be.
They are. Some of them are doubling down. Actually, a surprising number actually have called out the president. Even the New York Times has had several op-eds calling for Biden to drop out, and the editorial board even went so far as to say drop out. But we have seen media. The Associated Press just dropped another absurd article trying to say he was still sharp at 81. They are trying to defend him. They just must hate Trump that much that they're willing to just blatantly lie. They're willing to defend the indefensible. I don't know. As a journalist, I would never debase myself in such a manner just because I hate one politician or like another. I mean, ultimately, your credibility and your integrity is your tools of your trade. And if you light them on fire in service of one election or one politician, you're destroying your own career and your own credibility in the eyes of the public. But what's crazy to me is to try to use this debate, or rather this campaign event that he had the next day as, well, he did great then. He read a teleprompter at a brief speech at a campaign event, but he couldn't go a 90-minute debate with 2 breaks, mind you, without totally losing it and admitting that he almost fell asleep during it. That is not the defense or the get out of jail free card that these people seem to think it is. It's just not.
And if it couldn't get any worse, it's been revealed that Hunter Biden has joined meetings with the president and top aides since his father's return from Camp David on Monday, according to NBC News. Let's look at this.
Hunter Biden has been by his father's side ever since they were at Camp David this weekend as a family, where they had some discussions about the president's potential path forward here and his re-election campaign, and that since he returned from Camp David last evening with his father, we understand that Hunter Biden has even joined some meetings and conversations that have taken place between the president and some of his most senior advisors. It is unusual, according to the people we spoke with, for him to be participating at this level.
And the White House confirmed that Hunter Biden joined advisors to help the president prepare for a speech later that day.
Look, the president, as you know, is very close to his family. This is a holiday week, 4th of July. He spent time with his family, as you all know and reported, at Camp David. Hunter came back with him and walked with him into that meeting, that speech prep, and he ended up spending time with his dad and his family that night. That is basically what happened.
The question, though, would be, is he participating in meetings with senior advisors?
What I can say is that he came back with his dad from Camp David. He walked him into the speech prep, and he was in the room.
Of all the people that Joe Biden could call on, Hunter Biden is who he chooses. Brad, why is he doing this?
I have no idea. It is the worst PR move. It is the most baffling thing imaginable to do in this moment of crisis. Yeah, you know what we got to do? Call in the crackhead for career advice for the president of the United States. I mean, Hunter Biden is a hot mess. He's got criminal charges. He's got a drug abuse problem. He's a deadbeat dad. He's not got his own life figured out. So he's not in a position to be giving career advice about the future of our nation or helping the president decide whether to run for re-election or not. It's absurd. Of course, I have nothing against the president seeing his son and spending time in a familial capacity, but to have your son at all, but especially when you have such an irresponsible and criminal son involved in intimate decisions about the presidency in a moment of crisis, I mean, that's not a red flag. That's a bouquet of red flags.